Okay, what I'm trying to do here is I'm getting him to go, and then I draw on his reins and see the way my legs are kind of out and moving. I'm trying to get him to unstick his feet and back up, and then when he did, I release. Same thing. I draw on the reins, try to get him soft to encourage him to back up. If he doesn't back up, I just sort of move my legs up in front of my cinch, and if need be, I can bump him on the elbows with my stirrups, but I didn't do it that time because he didn't need it. See, there goes my legs, and he's responding. He's not as punctual as I'd like, but you got to start somewhere. So there it goes again. My legs get busy and active, and I'm releasing my rein on every step. In other words, when his right leg is off the ground, I release. And left leg comes off the ground, I release. Now I'm drawing on his head there, on the right rein, trying to get him to step with his front foot to the right. There. Then I release. And I backed him up and set it again. See, I've got to get him shifting his weight to the back. There, right leg out. So I'm trying to get the front quarters to move laterally to the right. There. And those are just little tries, and he's learning it, so I release for each try. Now I'm just letting him chill, giving him a break for doing it, and he's kind of shaking it out and enjoying just standing there. So I do it again. I'm working on the front, right front, there it is, and I release. I set him up again. I just backed him up. I just teetered him back so that he won't fall forward after the movement is completed. Now I'm doing the left front foot. See, I'm bringing the left front foot out and over. Out. I'm waiting on him. I'm just waiting on him to set up there. There was a little try. And I'm going forward. Then I just stopped him and backed him straight. So I'm just breaking it up a little bit. I'll do the front quarters, left and right, and then I'll stop him and I'll back him straight. Then I'll release. Then I'll ask for a soft feel to get him to tuck his chin, come off of pressure off that snaffle bit. I'm just breaking it all up and kind of keeping him interested, so I'm not drilling on one particular thing. Now I'm just letting him be. That's why I want him to be encouraged to be that soft. Now I'm drawing on him for that straight back up. That was good. And I release for each step. So for each leg. As it comes off the ground, I release. And because that's the only time I can ask when it's coming off the ground, and then I release back. So as it's coming to the ground. So then I'll do this little exercise that I like to do. He's not real good about lateral movement left and right, but so I've got to kind of really show him, and then as soon as he finds it, I give him a little bit of relief by releasing the rein and all the pressure. Now I'm just working in a circle. Back the other way. I'm just getting him to follow that inside rein. See, his nose is bent to the left. He's following that inside rein. Now his nose is bent to the right. I'm trying to get him to follow that rein and then out straight. Once he does it, I give him a little relief by going out straight for a few strides. Then I bring him back into that lateral movement, back and forth. And I just do that over and over and over and over. Little short ones, and I give him that release, and I'll go a few strides with nothing on a loose rein, then I ask again. So I'm just trying to get him to follow a feel is what I'm trying to get him to do, is follow what I'm wanting to do quicker. And, you know, it's not real quick right now, but it's coming. There, now I'm giving him that relief. just by going along, and he's enjoying that part of it, see? And then I'll put him to work again, and over I don't go very long straight on these horses that I'm trying to teach that lateral flexion to. I go straight, and then I'll do it. Start bending him one way or the other. Now right there, I just went past the other horse because he was real sticky about getting that other horse. So I going around there at a trot, and I'll let him come back down right here. See? And I'll give him the relief on the opposite side so that he'll start hunting relief more so than he'll want to be with his buddy. That's the idea. It takes a lot of repetitions to get that kind of going in him, but he's not bad, but he gets real sticky and kind of wants to stay over there. So I'm just showing him that I'll just leave him alone for a moment or two over here. And if he wants to go back to his buddy, that's fine, but I'm going to get him really busy while he's over there by his buddy. I'll trot him. If he was worse, I would just do more, but he's not. He's not bad. Here I'm just asking him for that backup again, see? And if you watch how I ask him to back up, I draw on the reins first to get a softness in his mouth, and then I'll allow him to make the decision to back up. And if he doesn't back up, then I get busy with my legs, and I don't come into his sides, to his belly. I don't make contact with his belly. When I'm trying to get it back up, I just move my legs. If I have to, I'll bump him right on the elbow, right on the forearm there. They're right there in the back. But I don't think I've had to bump him on the elbow yet. I just kind of get busy with my legs. That he understands that energy, and he starts to unstick his feet. Left, right, back, forward. Okay? I'm just timing up with those feet is all I'm trying to do, is time up with his feet when I ask him. And I release with those feet. And if I draw him over to the right, I got to wait till that right front foot is coming off the ground before I can actually do anything with it. So I have to time up with those feet as they leave the ground is the only time I can direct a foot, any of his feet. But so I'm riding along and I'm waiting for that foot, whatever foot I want to direct. I wait till it's up in the air, and then I try to direct it left or right or back.
So we're about to the end for today. He's done a lot.
I'm looking for the hindquarters there, the right hind. Came in nice, that was good. Now I bump him right, or I'm tapping him with my rope there because he's a little dull to my leg. So I ask with my leg, and if he doesn't respond, then I tap him on the hip with my rope. So pretty soon I won't have to tap him, you see. He'll start to respond to the leg. Plan B is the tap on the hip. Plan A is the leg. So I always offer with the leg first because that's ultimately what I want. If he doesn't come through, then I've got to get him to do it. So I go to the next thing, and that would be to tap him on the butt. There, I'm trying to get him soft. See, there, he got soft. And then as soon as he got soft, if you'll notice, he did come off. So his feet got unstuck, and that's what I was looking for. He's just really not as mentally connected to his feet as he could be, but that's just working horses. You just try to get him better and better. Each horse is different. The roan horse is quite a bit different than this horse as far as that's concerned. But I try to find where they need some work, and I just work on it.
Let him off the hook and let him go.
Now I'm just giving him a little break. Now I'm going to ask for softness. There, he gave me some softness. And now I'm asking him to go forward in softness. Now back in softness. And now I release. Now I'm drawing him to the right. And he came off of that pressure pretty good. See, now he's holding. See, he's resisting. He's leaning on that rein, if you will. And I'm holding until he comes off. Then I release. And there was several releases right there. As he drew his head closer to me, to the side, like at 90 degrees, I kept releasing for each little try. So pretty soon, there'll be one smooth motion. If I draw on that rein, he'll just come loose. Back, to the right, draw, release, draw, release. Draw, release. As he gives it to me and creates a little slack in that rein, that's what I'm looking for him to create. Not to be leaning on that rein, but to create some slack in that rein. And when he does so, I immediately release, and that's what motivates him to want to do it again. But there's a lot of repetition in that, thousands of times.
Push on him now, so I want to end right there, where he's in a good, relaxed sort of frame of mind.
And this right here, just letting him loose right there and letting him just see how he's just working his mouth and doing all that yawning and all that. He's letting everything out there. That's good stuff. See? And especially if they've had to work at something where they don't understand something and they finally get a little bit and they get a little bit of relief for the effort, you'll see a lot of that stuff going on. And as they get better and more confident, they don't work their mouth as much.
Pretty soon.
I always like to see a horse work his mouth, but in the beginning, when they first learning this stuff and they're kind of struggling to find out what you want them to do, and they finally hit on it, and then you release, man, they really start working that mouth and yawning and